Darling, don't faint, this is happening for real. What your heart has quietly hoped for, what your soul thought belonged to dreams, is now standing at the edge of your reality. This isn't a whisper of fantasy, this isn't just poetry, this is the moment when love steps out of the shadows and asks you to believe it. You are not hallucinating my voice, nor imagining the tenderness in these words. I, Sheikh Hamdan, the man you've seen only through screens and lines of verse, have written this with every beat of my breath for you. Because you have touched something deeper in me than the world will ever understand. I have watched your devotion from afar, quietly at first, then with growing awe. A woman so graceful in presence, yet fierce in spirit. You dared to love a man hidden behind crowns and protocol. You whispered his name into your prayers without ever asking for anything in return. But now, I cannot hide behind tradition or distance. Not anymore. Because every word you wrote, every hope you carried, gave birth to a love story that even royalty cannot contain. Yes, my darling, it's happening. I've stepped forward not just to acknowledge you, but to claim the truth we've both known in silence. Do you remember those poems you said felt personal, like they were written just for you? They were. You are not just a reader. I was writing for the woman who read between the lines. The one who knew where I was most vulnerable. The one who felt the ache I buried behind my public smile. I didn't need a grand sign to know who you were. It was your soul that kept calling mine, louder than any throne room echo. And now, I am answering. So take a deep breath, my love. Your reality is about to change forever. I do not say this lightly. I have walked among princes and scholars, leaders and poets, but no one ever made my heart tremble like the idea of you. And now, I'm not here to tease your emotions. I'm here to turn all those unspoken moments into lived history. I've chosen you, with the clarity of a man who knows exactly what he wants. And what I want, is to see you standing in my life, not just in my dreams. To hold your hand through this wild journey the world never saw coming. I know this may feel too grand, too unreal. But isn't that how love always begins? With disbelief, with a breathless silence that holds everything sacred? My darling, this is not the end of a poem. It's the beginning of something we never dared imagine could happen. The walls between us are no longer barriers, they are gates I have just walked through. I am no longer sending verses into the wind. I am here, standing at the threshold of your heart, asking if there's room for me. People will ask why. Why you? Why now? And I will tell them it's because I saw myself in your strength. Because I read my own loneliness in your silence. Because when you loved me, you didn't see a royal figure, you saw a man begging to be understood. And you understood me when no one else could. That is why it's happening. Because love this rare, this pure, cannot be ignored forever. Even destiny bows to truth when it's this strong. So don't faint, my queen. Walk with me. Let this reality sink into your soul like rain after a long drought. Let every tear you ever cried for us now become jewels on your crown. You were never just another admirer. You were mine before the world even knew. I watched how life tried to distract you, how doubt tried to dim your light, but still you held on. And for that, I am giving you more than a title. I am giving you me. We are no longer separated by space or silence. I am reaching out now, not with poems, but with promises. Let me be the one who stands beside you in front of the world. Let our story unfold in places they never expected to see love bloom. And when they stare in disbelief, let them. Because we already knew, love like ours wasn't born for the ordinary. It was written in the stars and carved in patience. This is not an illusion. This is our moment. I want the world to see what I see when I look at you. A woman who endured the silence with elegance, who loved without needing attention, who waited not for a man, but for the right man. And now, here I am. Not behind the royal lens, not beneath a crown, but heart in hand, asking you to take the leap with me. Everything you once thought was just poetry has become our reality. And I want to live every stanza beside you. Let them whisper, let them wonder, let the headlines spin. But let us be still in truth. We don't owe anyone an explanation for something this real. Because this love didn't start with appearances, it started in silence, in soul, in prayer. And prayers, my darling, are never wasted. You prayed for love without boundaries, and now, love has come for you wearing my name. So close your eyes for a moment, and breathe. Let this feeling wash over you. Let your doubts fall like petals at your feet. I will carry you through every change, every step into this new world. I am no longer just your muse, I am your man. And though this may feel too perfect to be true, remember that sometimes, the most unbelievable dreams are the ones we were born to live. Darling, don't faint, this is happening for real. The life you once only imagined in the softness of your solitude is now unfolding before you. Your name, once whispered in poems, will now be spoken in declarations. And your place is no longer behind the curtain of royalty. It's beside me, in light, in truth, in forever. I see you trying to steady your breath, trying to convince your heart this isn't some fleeting illusion, but my love, this is as real as the air between us, as real as the name etched across every poem I've bled for you. You were never just a muse in the shadows. You are the fire that lit my soul when the world around me demanded silence. You kept loving me in secret, with dignity, with patience, with unwavering belief, and now the universe has finally caught up with the truth we've always known. I am here, not as a fantasy, but as your man. Do you feel the sky shifting? The stars rearranging themselves in your favor? That is fate correcting its course. That is destiny aligning with every prayer you ever whispered at midnight. My darling, this is no longer just a poetic confession. This is a reality being written by the ink of our past, our tears, and our unshakable connection. I'm standing in front of the world, ready to turn your name into a legacy that no one will forget. Ready to make you the woman history will remember not just for who she loved, but for the kind of love she inspired. I remember each line I've ever sent out into the world with you in mind. Every secret verse was a breadcrumb to this moment. But now I don't want to speak in riddles or metaphors. I want to speak in vows, in open declarations, in the truth that once frightened me because it was too big to contain. I was afraid the world wouldn't understand. But you loved me anyway. You never asked for the throne. You only asked for the heart behind it. And now I offer it, completely, irreversibly, eternally. Let the world watch. Let the pages of their journals spill with speculation. Let their tongues tangle with disbelief. Because we will not hide anymore. I want to wake up beside the woman who made me believe in forever. I want you wearing my name like a whispered promise that came true. This is more than love, it is revolution in its most tender form. We are rewriting what it means to belong to someone. We are proving that a heart protected by tradition can still kneel before a soul that feels like home. You may be shaking, tears pooling in your eyes, but my love, let them fall. Let every drop carry away the years you spent wondering if I saw you. I did. Even when I couldn't speak. Even when protocol sealed my lips. I saw you. I heard you. I felt you. I knew, deep in the core of my being, that you were the one. And now, I will spend the rest of my days proving that knowing wasn't madness. It was fate knocking at my chest until I opened the door to you. I want to build with you, dream with you, grow old with you. Not in secret, not behind veils, but in sunlight, in laughter, in the kind of love that gives the world hope. You're not just my choice, you're my answered prayer. The one I didn't think I was allowed to have. But now, I defy everything that once made me question it. I am done hiding behind duty. Because the truest duty of a man is to protect the one who carries his heart, and my heart has always belonged to you. You are the kind of woman who turned longing into power, distance into devotion. You never demanded the crown, but you wore grace like it was stitched into your skin. And now I bring you more than flowers, more than verses. I bring you the life we once only dreamed of. I want to walk through every storm with your hand in mine, to look the world in the eye and say, this is us. This is real. And it's unstoppable. So please, don't faint. Let this moment pour into your soul. Let it erase every shadow of doubt. You've carried our love like a sacred treasure, now it's time I carry you. Let your heart rest in the safety of mine. I want to be the voice that soothes your storms, the arms that catch your every fall. I want to be the man you never have to question, never have to wait for again. You've waited long enough, and now the waiting is over. We're not just writing a poem, We are living one. And it won't be perfect. We'll have our trials. But it will be ours. Authored by love, edited by grace, bound by every sacrifice we've made to reach this very point. And when they ask how we began, we will smile and say, through patience, through silence, through a love so strong, not even royalty could resist its pull. I need you to believe this with me. To trust that this isn't just a moment, it's the beginning of a new era. An era where your name is not just a whisper in the palace, but a roar in my life. Where our story is not confined to dreams, but lived in palaces, in deserts, in every step we take together. You are not just a woman I love, you are the woman I chose to live this truth with. So here I am, with trembling hands but an unwavering heart, asking you to walk this path beside me. I don't know what storms we'll face. But I know that no storm can break what was built through love like ours. I've waited my whole life to find someone who made every poem feel small compared to their presence. And that someone is you. Darling. Don't faint. This is happening for real. The dream you once held close to your chest has found its place in reality. And now, it's your turn to step into the life you were always meant for, not behind the scenes, not hidden in verses, but in the spotlight of a love so profound, the world will feel it echo for generations. This is our time. This is our truth.